So you guys remember that small update Easy Day dropped on June 23rd? It basically improved performance and upgraded the memory system so Easy Day were able to upscale their textures, add more dynamic foliage and some environmental elements, and it also allowed Easy Day to add a bunch of decals to the maps. You can read up in the patch notes if you want to know the exact details. All the vanilla maps certainly look better, and the addition of decals like puddles and graffiti make the maps a little bit more alive, even though the decals were clearly copy and pasted over to each map. But whatever, it looks pretty. But what Easy Day didn't mention, and what you probably missed, were a lot of subtle changes, fixes and bugs that have been added to the vanilla maps. So today we are going to go through each of those small but interesting and sometimes confusing changes, fixes and glitches that you probably missed. So let's get into it. We're not going to talk about Hutland and Streets in this video, as both of those maps just received some texture upgrades, and as far as I could find, nothing else had changed. Apart from the new decals that you'll find across all of these maps, the Courthouse Ledges now has some new flags, with this nice waving in the wind animation. Compared to the 1.1 version of SKATER XL, these flags are non-existent, however the flagpoles remain. The Courthouse Ledges out of bounds area also got a bit of a facelift, with cars being added and better textures to the car parks. Also, I noticed that this wall was splined, which I never knew before. Grant Park got some extra colour added to the ground, just like its real life counterpart. Dynamic fog was also added to the map, which you can see blowing across the park. This is a really nice touch, I like it. Okay, on to Easy Day High School. These plywood ramps were removed and the concrete banks are now partly extended downward into the ground for you to skate up on. This is a random change, personally I preferred the look of the plywood ramps. A decal of the school's tiger emblem is now on the ground here. Car headlights are now off, which makes sense since it's the middle of the day. This tall chain link fence was removed entirely, which seems like a dumb idea since I assume it was there for protection against getting hit in the face by a rogue American football. Finally, there is now a police car parked in this space. This one really confuses me because it's now blocking the path to this piece of plywood which was presumably put there to be skated. Yeah, this is a dumb decision, Easy Day. Finally, we are checking out downtown LA. Along with the texture upgrades, this water is now dynamic and looks a lot more realistic. Still no splashing effect though. The side of this building now has this very nice art piece, bringing a bit more colour into the map. The coping of this loading dock ledge is now red. The texture on this glass window pyramid thing seems to be less shiny and more matte. This one might just be me though. A car park was added out of bounds beside the car wash. Random, but extra detail I guess. A couple more random observations. This little section of the ground has been missing since the launch of the game. And the edge of the car wash roof is fully splined. I guess with vanilla moon gravity you could probably pop up here pretty easily. Now with an actual bug fix, you can no longer clip through these pillars on the side of this building. Before you were able to skate straight through the walls and inside the building. Nice to see that fixed. That's it for the noticeable fixes, now onto the broken stuff. These kinked rails next to the spawn no longer have splines or collision, meaning you just go straight through them. How Easy Day broke these without realising is beyond me, and it sucks because I really enjoyed skating these rails. Certain splines that worked perfectly in 1.1 are now broken. These aren't exactly spots you would typically skate, but it's still annoying and strange. Certain spots of the map break the textures and make them blurry when the player is standing on them, such as this mani-pad spot and this part of the road. Using a fisheye preset in XL graphics in this map has the same effect and causes the texture to be blurry, which effectively ruins your clips and makes film in fisheye on downtown LA kinda broken. And that's it for all the maps. Thank you very much for watching. If there's anything that I've missed that you might have noticed, please let me know in the comments. I really enjoyed making this different kind of content, and I'd love to make more videos like this. So if you like it, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, do a lot of good stuff, and yeah, and I'll catch you guys in the next SKATER XL video. Peace.